Okay, good evening, ladies, and welcome to another tutorial of one of my files that you can find on my Etsy account. So this one, it's gonna be block. It's supposed to be 3 blocks together. I'm gonna show you what they're supposed to look like and how we're gonna do it together. Okay, so the block that we're going to do tonight, it's gonna be this block right here. I'm doing it of the Smurfs. It's this block, which let me show you the small one so you can get the small one. But we're doing this one of 8.5 inches. But this is what the block is. You could use it as ABC. You could use characters like I did with mine right here. And so on and so on. You could do it in different characters. The cool thing about this file is that you can actually use a spinner like this one right here. I have the link available on my Amazon storefront. You can actually go and buy it from there. But the cool thing is of the file is that you can actually put it, it's assembled in a way that it will make it spin just like you see in the video right now. Okay, so this is what we're gonna be making tonight. The box, the block that spins. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so let's get started. And I'll tell you the materials that you need and the parts of the file that you need to use in order to make this. Okay, let's get started. Okay, like I said, file is available on my Etsy account. Okay, so you are going to have on the file this piece right here. You only need one of them. Okay, you only need one of them. Together with this piece, you're gonna have these two pieces. So these two pieces are part of this. I recommend that these two pieces right here, you do it with a heavy cardstock, 80 pounds or more. The one from Joann's is really good. So I would strongly recommend that this part right here, you do it with an 80-pound cardstock, okay? I mean, you could do all of it with 80-pound cardstock, but me in particular on this project, I use 80-pound cardstock, but I also use 65-pound cardstock because I didn't have enough of the white cardstock, okay? So these two pieces and this, they go together. Then besides that, you're gonna have two of these windows right here. These two windows right here, you also need them. And this one's literally, you could do this one's on 65-pound cardstock. If you want to use your 80-pound cardstock, you're more than welcome to use it. It's totally up to you, okay? I use 65-pound cardstock. So you need these two windows. These two windows, you're gonna use them with these 4 pieces. This is your outer piece, outer layer. I have it written down in the file as outer layer. These 4 pieces are your outer layer, which is the bigger than this one right here. So this is your outer layer. It's the same thing with the medium box and the small box. It's the bigger piece. It's your outer layer. Your 2 windows are gonna go with your outer layer, okay? So those 4 pieces and the 2 windows go together, okay? And then the last thing that you have is you have the inner layers, which is also 4 pieces like this one, okay? So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with my inner layer, so then I could work with my outer layer. So if you are a Cricut user, if you are a Cricut user, you need to change these lines right here which is the folding lines, you need to change the straight cut line to score lines. You must change it into score lines, because in Cricut, if you do not switch it to a score line, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna get cut, like it's gonna cut. So if you are new to Cricut and you got this file, and when you went to cut it, everything cut off, it's because you did not switch your lines. So you need to make sure that the line, you have a basic line right there, that you switch it to a score line. If you are a Cameo user, if you use Silhouette Studio and you're using your Cameo machine, then you don't need to do any of that. It's already ready for you to send it to cut, and it's gonna do little cut lines like this ones. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and start folding our lines. Okay, one cool tool that you could use to help you with projects like this one will be these bone folders. These bone folders are also available on my website. You could go and purchase from there. So what is this for? So this is for you to make a better score line, especially when you're using the folding line. When you're using your score tool, this help you so you can do your lines so they could fold better. That's what these are for. You see, like I get a better folding of it. So let's go ahead and continue folding our 4 pieces. Okay, we go with our bone because we're gonna get a better folding. Like I said, especially when you use the score tool, this bone will help you better when you do your folding lines. Okay, perfect. That's that. That's one. And this is the other. Okay, now that we have a nice and fold, these pieces, you see how this one don't have a tab? So they all go together like this. Like this. They connect with each other. So this tab, not this one, not that one, this one connects with this tab. And then same thing, this one tab is gonna connect with this one. And then same thing, this tab is gonna connect over here. Okay, so let me put those two aside. And let me get my glue. I'm gonna use my beacon glue. We are making a centerpiece. Okay, so we're gonna put our glue right over here. Okay. And we're gonna connect our 2 tabs like this. Okay, flip it around. If you need to do a little pressure, check that you didn't move it. We didn't. Come over here and we could do our pressure. Okay, nothing moved, nice and perfect, great. So now let's go ahead and do our next tap. Okay. Back again. You could use any glue. You could use Beacon 3-in-1. You could use any glue that you feel comfortable with. I just will not recommend that you use hot glue because hot glue will glue automatically, and you need to make sure that you are precise with this and you don't mess it up. That's why I don't like using hot glue, because at least with this glue I can like move it around. If I made a mistake or something, I can move it around. Okay, perfect. Okay, and now we're gonna do our last piece, which is this one right here. Same thing. Let's do this. Okay, let's bring it over here and glue it. Remember, I started doing my inner piece first. My inner layer, that's how I called it on the file. My inner layer. That's the name that we gave it. Inner layer. Okay. And I grab this piece over here and then I connect them together. You put the glue right here. Are you guys having a good view up here? Please let me know that you guys are having a good view so people can go back and watch this video over again. Okay, perfect. So now that this is done, we're gonna put this aside and we're gonna go with the piece that goes outside. Okay, just gonna put it on the side and I'm gonna bring my outer piece, which is this one, and it's gonna be the same thing that we just did with the inner piece. We're gonna fold our tops, fold our tops, good view, just a little dark. Okay, I don't think I can help much with the darkness. I'll try to get like a light or something for the next video. Sorry, it's too dark. Okay, same thing. Just the same process that you did with the inner layer, you're doing with the outer layer. Okay. Perfect. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing. Start putting glue over here and start gluing them all. See, if for any reason it moved, make sure you move it back. Okay. Now bring the next one. And we get the glue right in here. Put a little pressure. And right there. Okay. And we're gonna put our last piece. This cardstock is from Joann's, ladies. It's the Park Lane from Joann's. Okay. And then bring it together. And right over here, right there. Flip it and with your hand, put a little bit of pressure. Okay. Okay, and now we're gonna put it up like this. Okay, so you're gonna bring in your first window and you're gonna glue it to this part right here. So just come and put glue. Sorry, let me paste this up a little bit. There. So you guys can see better. Okay, we're gonna start putting glue on the tabs because we're gonna glue our windows. Bring in your first window and glue it right over here. Right here, bring it right here. These windows pretty much help you give more stability to your cardstock. So you saw how it was all crooked? Wow, with the window, it's nice now in the shape of a square. Like that. Then flip it and put the other window. Okay. Okay, and let's glue our second window right there. Okay. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna bring in our small layer, the one that we just finished doing, and we're gonna put it in here. And we're gonna put it like that, right there. Maybe I should have put it before I did before I put in my second layer, but that's okay. Now we're gonna put glue right over here, and we are going to flip this over. We are going to flip this one over to this side, like that. Should I have glued the other? Let me flip them first. And then I put our glue. Okay. Okay. Let's put glue. You know, I made one silly mistake on this one, guys. I shouldn't have never put the two windows at the same time. That was the silly mistake that I made. Because now I don't have space. Where's my ruler? Now I don't have space from the bottom for me to like kind of pressure it. But we're gonna try to do it with this one. So I'm kind of putting pressure from the bottom so I could do, so I could glue. Okay. This one doesn't even have to. So get like a ruler or something from the bottom so you could put pressure right here and it could glue. You see how it's attaching now because I'm putting like pressure right there. So just stick a ruler through here so you could do that. It's just to put a little bit of pressure with your fingers so the glue can adhere to the paper like that. Put it over here. Like that. Okay. This side I didn't put glue. I didn't even notice. See how when you put it like that, it just doesn't stay? So you will use your ruler on the bottom. Just bring it in a little bit. So you could put a little bit of pressure from under and it would adhere with no problem. There. Okay, perfect. So that's done. Okay, so the reason to have this is because this gives a better stability to your cake top, to your centerpiece, I'm sorry. That's why of the inner piece and the outer piece, to give a better stability to it. Okay, now we're gonna do our next part. So normally, if I wouldn't have broke it here and broke it here when I brought these pieces in, because I had the window first, so normally this part will be done. I will flip it over and this part will go on this side. Okay, that's what I will normally do, and I'm still gonna do it. Just later on, I'm gonna go and get another window. I'm just gonna cut another. Actually, let me use one of the windows that I have here. I'll just go and cut an extra window later on for the next centerpiece that I have to do. But for now, I can actually just go and put this right here just to have that cover right there. Just so nothing looks ugly. Okay, so let's put glue all around it. So we could leave this piece nicely done. And we're gonna come right here and we're gonna put our ring and have that nicely covered right there. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna flip this over and this piece is gonna go right here. But before I glue this piece in, so two things. If you don't want to make this, if you don't want this to have a movement, then that's fine. You don't need to make this hole right here. You will just make this flat and that's it. You're done with your box. But since we're gonna do a movement to this box, we need these two extra pieces. So let's do these two extra pieces before we start gluing. So same thing, I got all my tabs, I fold all my tabs down. And now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna glue them. And this is gonna go right over here, like that. Okay. Then we're gonna put glue right over here too. And we're gonna glue this right there, like that. Okay, perfect. So now you're gonna bring this one and this one's gonna go right over here. Okay, but you gotta glue these tabs out like that. And this tabs out. Oh, one thing that you need to make sure you do is don't throw away the piece that you cut from the inside right here. Okay, so now let's come and put glue. Right here. And the cool thing is that since this is open, we can put pressure with our fingers from the bottom so it can glue together. See the difference between being able to put pressure from the bottom? Okay, right there. Remember, don't throw away the square that cut out from your big square. Don't throw it out, keep it. And there. Perfect. So now flip it over. And this square that you cut out from this, you're gonna glue it right there. on the bottom. Is the square from the inside of our big square. Don't throw it out. Keep it. Okay? And that's gonna go right there. Right here. Okay. Perfect. It's a super easy to assemble file. Okay. Now let's put glue over here on these sides and let's bring our piece in. Trying to finish this glue tonight. Okay. And then we're gonna bring this right in here and we are going to glue it right there. Okay. Right there. It's done. Now, oops, let me get my other layers, which is this ones right here, and start putting them on the side so this could look more like a block. So we're just gonna put some glue and just glue our windows. Notice that for these windows I use paper that have texture on it just so it could give it a better look to the project. So for the box itself I just use plain paper, but to give this an extra touch to the sides I decided to use texture paper. Okay, let's flip it over. And let's put it on right there, like that. Okay, flip it over and do the same thing with the other ones. Okay. Okay. And that goes right there. Like that. And then the last one. Okay. And right here. Perfect. See? And we almost done. We are literally almost done. And then up here, if you want, you could put another black. Me, I'm not putting another window because this part right here is actually going to be covered with the medium black like that. So I'm not worried about this side right here. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use my foam tape. And I'm going to add the 2 characters that are supposed to go there. I'm gonna put some foam tape just to give the extra 3D on this. Remember what I always say, you do not need to fill up your character with foam tape. You just gotta put it like in the areas that you might need it the most, like on the sides like that, but you don't need to like fill it up with foam tapes. They not cheap, so so do good use of them. And this cutie is gonna go right over here like that. Like that. Flip it over and we're gonna put the other one on the other side. Just this one. Okay. Okay. And it goes like that. Right there. So this piece that's right here, you can do it two ways. You can either put hot glue and glue it. I wouldn't put hot glue and hot glue it just so I don't make it permanent. I will get like Velcro or something just to put this piece right over here. Okay, but this is how it works. And why is this piece like overlapping? It does not show us much on the bottom, but the good thing, you need to leave a space like I did with this one, because when you put this on the table might have tablecloth, it might have a table runner. You don't know what they're gonna put in the table, so you don't want this to be too deep in. That's why we put it right here. So you're just gonna turn this on. You're gonna put it on the bottom like that. Like I said, if you want to put Velcro here, you could do it. If not, you can literally just leave it like that. It does not move around. Just like that. And remember, like I said, on the top, I'm not too worried about it. If I was, I will put another square on it to cover this, but that's up to you. I'm putting this here, so that's why I am not too concerned about having, covering that. Okay, and that's it. And the other blacks is the same thing, just the only difference that you don't have this inside piece on it. You just don't have this piece. The other ones are literally just like this, like close. Like you see how I put a square here and they open. Oh, the other use that you could do to this centerpiece is that if you do not, for example, if you don't want to do this part right here, like I said at the beginning, you don't have to do it. I would do this too, because let's say you want to like use your box like this and you want to put flowers on it. You don't want to fill it up all with flowers, so you could still leave this part here and just like put flowers around it. So there's like tons of things that you could do with this black. You don't necessarily need to use it just the way I'm using it. You could use it in totally different ways. Okay, ladies. Well, my ladies, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you could leave in the comment. You could contact me. And that's it. I will leave you the link of my Etsy shop so you could purchase this file. Thank you for watching. Bye.